Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. We have an exciting race for you here today at Brazil. We managed to qualify second, which is awesome news going down into turn 1. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid some carnage. We're in the Group 3 cars, and I've elected to go with a Porsche because it's really nice and nippy, especially in that middle section. On the plus side for this race, fuel and tire usage have been removed, and it's pretty short, so it's only about 5 laps. That makes it a nice little sprint race here for us today, and it's basically going to be go, go, go the whole time. You guys will see a broadcast cam pop up in the top right hand corner whenever there's something interesting that happens or if I want to highlight something, so keep an eye out for that. With that being said, let's go racing. We take a quick look at the grid here. You can see us in the background there in the grey Porsche. We're ranked 3rd and we qualified in 2nd, so great start. We are go, go, go in Brazil. Alrighty, we get a great start. Now it's just focusing on the braking down into turn 1. Oof. And you're going to notice the Mexican ahead's already got his brake lights on, and we have not started braking yet. That does not bode well. Let's watch what happens here. Fortunately for both of us, we get away with just a love tap. I feel like it's my fault, so I'm going to let him go here. And I'm not sure if he thinks that it was his fault that he turned into me, but he puts his hazards on there for a second. Maybe he's swearing at me. Who knows? Definitely too hot from us into turn 1 though. We were just fortunate that the rest of the field didn't get as good a start as we did, and that we didn't lose any places in that. Alright, and we have turn 4 coming up here, and this is a really easy corner to get wrong. You're going to see in the background there another car going out wide. The reason this happens is because it kind of drops away from you. It makes the corner really difficult to make, and again it makes it really easy to run out wide or push someone off. As we follow the leader here, you're going to see me taking a slightly different line to what he does, and the reason for that is I'm just trying to stay out of the dirty air, trying to keep up as close as I can behind him so that I can seize an opportunity if it arises. 2 more things that this approach does is it keeps you in their mirrors, and it places pressure on them so that hopefully that they would be the ones that make the mistake. So I'm ready to pounce and I'm putting pressure on them, just ready for any kind of mistake so I can steal that position away. As you probably saw there, he got a much better exit than I did out of that last corner, so he's gained a little bit of time on us. So this next lap is, we're going to try and focus so we can catch that time back up. I think I'm a little bit quicker than he is in that middle sector, so we'll see what we can do. After the Senna S's, here you can see we've already cut into the lead significantly. That's great for us. We want to try and get as close as we can going into that middle sector to see if we can get a run onto that long back straight. You're going to see me here keep doing the alternate line, trying to stay out of his dirty air where I can, and on the straights try and catch his slipstream. Okay, onto the middle sector here. The main part of this first little piece of the middle sector is trying to maintain or carry as much speed as you can through this sequence of corners and into the first hairpin. This next section is very tricky as well, especially going into the hairpin. It's very easy with this hairpin because the corner kind of fades away from you to go out wide, which, as you can see, the leader has just done in front of us. Because of that, I've found that it's really better to here not quite use the full width of the track, because it's so easy for you to get pulled out there and for you to just put it one wheel off, and then you got to fight really to keep control of the car because it's gonna send you into a spin. So let's see what happens here. So he just about manages to hold on to it here, and I have to take evasive action. Fortunately, I saw it happening, so I went out wide, but because of that, I'm not able to pass him, and he kind of gets back ahead of us here. That mistake does allow us to get a great run into the final corner, and we get a good exit out of the final corner. So onto this long straight, it's really just about getting in the slipstream and seeing if we can get past him. Alright, it looks like we've got a great run here. He's not covering the inside, he's not going defensive, so we're going to take that gap. And let's see. Oh, good clean racing. He lets us through. And he's right on us, but we're through. So now it's all just about hanging on to this position. Coming down into this very difficult corner, it's very easy to outbrake yourself. And we're going to see the third place car just do that and take out the guy in second place. And that's going to give us a little bit of a gap, so we have a chance to breathe and just focus on setting some really good laps. This actually presents us with a really great opportunity to practice in race conditions. You know, just kind of concentrating on hitting braking points, making the turns, and just being really smooth. You know, the guy behind us has a penalty, and he knocked the Mexican who had been in the lead off. So we have a little bit of a breather, but that doesn't mean that we can relax. It's still focus and, you know, go, go, go. Alright, we're going to go into warp speed here for a second through a couple of the laps. All the way into the last lap actually, which is my fastest lap and the fastest lap of this race. And then we'll do a breakdown of that lap. Alrighty, so here we go. During these laps, I'm just focusing on being smooth, making sure I don't make any mistakes. Alright, we're about to come back here now to the start of the last lap. Okay, let's get ready for a good lap here at Interlagos. Coming down into turn 1, you're going to be going full speed and you want to brake really hard as soon as your windshield wiper strikes the 50-meter marker board. You're going to brake really, really hard into turn 1, kind of trail braking into that corner. This first part is really important because it'll allow you to stay tight and then get a much better run into the second corner where you're going to ride over the curb, and that'll set you up for a much better run onto this next straight piece and allow you to reach a much higher top speed. Coming down into the dreaded turn 4 now, we're going to brake as soon as we pass the 100-meter marker board. There's a little strip of tarmac. That's where you're going to brake. Kind of trail brake into the corner, keep it nice and tight on the inside curb. Reason for this is the outside curb is your enemy over here. A lot of times, even if you just put one wheel onto that outside curb, it'll send you into a spin. So I tend to try and stay away from that. You're going to come all the way across the track here to the left hand side and then brake once you reach the 50-meter marker board. Just a dab of the brakes. The important thing here is to try and carry as much speed as you can through this next sequence of corners down towards the hairpin. Braking point for this hairpin is this green piece of tarmac here on the side. Again, you're going to trail brake all the way into the corner. Get back on the throttle as early as you can while staying super tight to the inside and running over the curb. For this next little corner, the important thing is going to be carrying as much speed as you can while trying not to get too much understeer and avoiding that inside curb. Into the next hairpin, the braking point is going to be the end of the AstroTurf here on the left. You're going to trail brake into this corner again, staying tight on the curb and then getting on the power as soon as you can. Now through this wide radius turn, you'll be flat out except for a short lift and then down into a very, very important corner which will set you up for the long straight. You're going to brake before the 50-meter marker board and trail brake into the corner while avoiding that inside curb because that'll unsettle the car. And you're going to get on the power as soon as you can, again avoiding getting too wide on the outside curb because putting a wheel off there will make you spin. It's a very difficult corner and where you can gain a lot of time. For the last long straight here, the most important thing is just minimum steering angle, and then bam, we've completed a lap at Interlagos and we've come first in this race. An excellent result and a really fun race. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next one.